Life is strange. At a certain point, you realize that not everyone deserves your calm. Some people don't love peace, they thrive on chaos. They feed on drama, manipulation, and control. They use your happiness as a patch for their own weaknesses. If you're not careful, they will drain your energy and make you doubt your worth, your strength, even your identity. But here's where a choice appears. You can either lower yourself to their level and lose your inner peace, or protect your self-respect and transform it into a silent, profound strength. Stoic philosophy teaches us a simple but life-changing truth. You cannot control toxic people, but you can control how you respond to them, who you give your energy to. Respecting yourself doesn't mean punishing someone else. It means preserving your calm, your dignity, and your values, because that is your true power. Every time you stay silent, every time you master your emotions, you are not losing, you are winning. Let's explore this together: how to maintain self-respect in front of toxic people, and how to do it using the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Before we continue, if inner peace and strength matter to you, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any new Stoic videos, because this channel is for those who understand the power of stillness. Toxic people know one thing very well: how to drag you down to their level. For them, arguments, drama, tension, it's like air. The more you react, the more they feed. The angrier you get, the more they feel like they've won. So what do the Stoics say about this? Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens in the world, but we can control our own mind. Epictetus said, "It is not the events themselves that disturb us, but our thoughts about them." This means someone may insult you, try to use you, or act unfairly, but what truly harms you isn't their words. It's the meaning you give them. When a toxic person tries to provoke you, when they act unjustly, your first instinct is to react immediately, to defend yourself. But that is precisely the moment to pause. As soon as the situation arises, take a moment and breathe deeply. Observe the anger, the tension you feel. Don't label it, don't judge it, just notice it. Yes, I feel anger inside me. Then let it go. Don't stay in it. That anger isn't yours. It's the chaos the other person is trying to create within you. This is not weakness. This is becoming the master of your own energy. Staying calm is sometimes the strongest response, because in silence there is a message. You cannot disturb my inner peace. I'm not obliged to give you my reaction. This kind of behavior frees you both externally and internally. You are no longer a victim of their words, gestures, and games. You are an observer. They pull, but you do not move. They try to humiliate you, but you do not bend. Staying calm is often the behavior that people understand the least but feel the most impact from. A toxic person begins to lose you because their manipulation no longer works. They expect your reaction, but you give them nothing. You stay silent, and that silence becomes devastating for them. Remember, not reacting is not surrender. It is protection. It is preserving your self-respect. A person who values themselves does not participate in every word, every attack. They do not try to win every battle. They simply try not to lose their peace. In life, silence is often the highest form of response. The less you speak, the more power you gain. Because staying silent carries a message. I choose my value, not your level. Think about it. What happens when you yell in anger? You give away all your strength. You lose your energy. But when you stand silently, you keep that power within yourself. That calm, that control, it is the shield that protects you from toxic people. Next time someone tries to provoke you, remind yourself, I cannot control what happens, but I can control my own mind. This single sentence can save you from hundreds of unnecessary arguments and emotional burnouts. And remember, the value within your silence will be heard far more than anyone shouting, because silence is often the highest note of the mind. For the Stoics, time and energy are among a person's most precious assets. Seneca said, "If you use your life rightly, it is long enough." But what do? We spend this short, valuable life on people who drain us, who cannot understand us, who manipulate us. It's as if there is a flame burning within us. This flame represents our desires, our goals, our inner peace. Toxic people are like shadows circling that flame. They try to extinguish your light to hide their own darkness. And all too often, without realizing it, we give them our energy. Here's the truth. When you spend your energy on people who refuse to change, you halt your own growth. Toxic people do not want to grow alongside you. They want to pull you down. They want you to lose your center, to doubt yourself. The moment you start defending yourself or proving something, you're already playing their game. Stoic philosophy has a simple rule. Invest your energy where you can make a difference. Let go of what you cannot control. This principle is simple, yet powerful enough to transform your life. If you react to every criticism, every provocative word, every dramatic person, one day you will find yourself completely drained. You will feel like your energy is gone, and it won't be life's fault. It will be the attention you gave to the wrong people. Sometimes the best decision is simply not to engage in the argument. You're not obliged to explain everything to anyone or respond to every accusation. This silence, this withdrawal is not cowardice. It is a sign of inner wisdom. By staying calm, you are essentially saying, "I value myself enough to protect myself from your chaos. I choose my own calm, not your energy." Protecting your energy also means setting emotional boundaries. You are not required to listen to everyone, participate in every drama, or share in every pain. Sometimes saying no is saying yes to yourself. Sometimes stepping away means returning to your own peace. When toxic people test your calm, remember this: their behavior does not define you, it reveals who they are. Your duty is not to change them, it is to protect your energy. The best way to protect your energy is to shift your focus. If you direct your attention not to their games, but to your goals, your growth, and your values, you have already won, because energy flows where attention goes. If your attention is with you, life flows toward you. Think about it. Every time you get angry, every time someone provokes you unjustly, it's like you're giving away energy from your pocket. They watch quietly and feel you're weakening. But if in that moment you stay silent, step away with a smile, and keep your energy within yourself, this silent strength shakes them even more. The Stoics said, "A wise person invests their energy in things that make them better." Spend your energy on growth, not proving yourself. Uncontrolled emotions will pull you down, but directed energy will lift you up. Remember, your energy is sacred. It is the fuel of your soul. Do not let just anyone touch it. The more you share it carelessly, the less you will have. But if you use it with the right people and for the right purposes, that energy will transform you. And every time you stay calm, every time you focus on your own path, you are silently saying, "I know who I am. I deserve peace, not chaos." Yes, for the Stoics, silence is not weakness. It is the manifestation of deep strength. One of the key principles when dealing with toxic people is never to try to explain yourself. A wise person understands that actions, not words, define level and relationships. Toxic people, however, weaponize words to belittle, to criticize, to provoke. But when you respond with silence, it is as if you hold up an invisible mirror. They see their own ugliness reflected in it. Silence is often the smartest response because it sends a message. I do not operate at this level. I know my own values. When you remain calm, you do not lose control, you take control. Silence is a sign of emotional maturity. Sometimes people will treat you unfairly, provoke you, or even misunderstand you. They want you to defend yourself, to explain, to justify. But remember, someone who needs to explain their values is already taking a step back. You do not need to explain who you are. Your actions speak for you without words. The Stoic said, "Noise does not stand in the presence of a calm person." Because in front of calmness, drama loses its meaning. Imagine this: someone criticizes you, undermines your values, and you simply watch, patiently without defense. That person is momentarily stunned because they sense your calm not as a reaction but as power. Remaining calm does not mean holding everything inside. It means choosing what to express. You understand that not every thought deserves your attention. Not every attack requires a response. In those moments, silence is a way of preserving your self-respect. Toxic people talk a lot because they are empty inside. Wise people speak little because they have depth within. Every time you stay calm, you declare, "I choose my peace, not the chaos. I respond with position, not words." Life will present you with situations where someone insults you, tries to devalue you. Responding with silence in those moments often has more impact than 100 sentences, because the energy of a calm person speaks louder than noise. Within silence, there is no emotion, but there is a message. You cannot change my values. This kind of behavior is a signal not only to toxic people, but to everyone in life. By preserving your calm, you teach others how to treat you without saying a word. You do not explain your boundaries, you live them. And this is 1,000 times stronger than any words. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, just smile. Take a deep breath and remain calm. In that moment, your greatest power is your silence. Through silence, you are saying, "I have already moved past proving myself. I am simply showing." And remember, every step taken in silence carries you further than any argument built on words. Because in the end, the deepest voices are heard in stillness. Being open to everyone, embracing everyone, sounds noble, but reality is different. Not everyone comes into your life with love and respect. Some come out of curiosity, some for control, and some just to make you a part of their game. Without boundaries, these people will drain you. They will pull you away from your values. The Stoic said, "Choose carefully who you spend time with, for your soul begins to resemble those around it." Boundaries are not to isolate you, they are to protect you. They are an invisible shield for your life. Every time you say yes when your heart says no, you give away a piece of your energy. Over time, those pieces will completely drain you. Toxic people do not like boundaries. They are not used to your no. They may try to guilt you, call you selfish, but remember, protecting yourself is not selfish. It is respecting your own value. Setting boundaries is sometimes like a silent revolution, because you are essentially saying, "I am not responsible for your behavior." You choose to protect your peace, not their feelings. Every time you say, "This is not acceptable for me," you are honoring your own soul. Boundaries are the blueprint of your life. If you want someone to know how to treat you, show it through your behavior, not your words. The moment you allow someone to insult or manipulate you, you signal them to repeat that behavior. But when you calmly and clearly say no, it is as if you are announcing to the world, "I respect myself and this is non-negotiable." For the Stoics, boundaries are the foundation of emotional freedom. Because as you distance yourself from things you cannot control, your inner strength grows. You no longer react to someone else's behavior. because you know your peace does not depend on their opinion. Being equally close to everyone, trying to please everyone, slowly erodes you from within. Every time you sacrifice your calm for the sake of others' comfort, you betray your own soul. That is why sometimes the healthiest decision is simply to maintain distance. Distance is not a lack of love. It is a form of self-preservation. When you choose who to speak to, who to share your secrets with, and where to invest your energy, you take the wheel of your life. This is neither arrogance nor ego, it is life wisdom. Remember, not everyone earns a ticket into your life. Your energy, your thoughts, your calm, these are special zones. Only people who understand you and respect your values should enter that zone. And yes, sometimes that means keeping certain people at a distance. But in return, you gain peace, stability, and clarity in your life. And that is invaluable. Protecting your boundaries sometimes means saying, "I love you, but I do not accept this behavior." Sometimes it means, "I understand you, but this is not for me." And most importantly, sometimes it means, "I choose myself." Protecting your boundaries is protecting your peace. And people who truly love you will respect those boundaries, because they understand. You are not creating distance, you are living your values. A person's greatest freedom is being able to separate their value from the opinions of others. This is not easy. Many people live their entire lives seeking approval on social media, in relationships, in friendships. People constantly seek validation. Love me, agree with me, see me as right. But the Stoics teach the opposite. Epictetus said, "If someone can disturb you, it means your mind is sharing in it." As long as you search for your worth in others' eyes, you remain enslaved by them. Someone liking you makes you happy. Someone criticizing you shakes you. This is not freedom, it is emotional bondage. At some point you begin to realize that seeking validation is exhausting. You cannot please everyone. One person will see your calmness as coldness. Another will see your prudence as selfishness. If you lose your values amidst these contradictory voices, you lose yourself. That is why the Stoics said, "Live by your values, not by opinions." Values are your compass, they will not let you stray. Integrity, patience, kindness, courage, these are the guiding stars. If you live by these values, you no longer need others' approval. Every action, every decision is no longer to please others. It is to live according to your conscience. Self-respect comes not from how you appear, but from how you live. You choose what is right, not because others are watching, but because you want to remain true to yourself. You act with kindness, not because others deserve it, but because you do. And this distinction is the beginning of your inner freedom. Toxic people often try to shake your inner strength. They question your values, try to make you doubt yourself. But you know that their opinions do not define your reality, because you have already realized approval is temporary, but value is permanent. If the foundation of your life rests on value rather than approval, you are free. No longer does someone's disapproval shake you because you approve of yourself. No longer does someone's misunderstanding disturb you because you understand your own path. Reaching this level requires years of emotional struggle, but in the end you find a stable and deep power within. With that power you say, "I do not rely on the approval of others. I live by my own value and find peace in my conscience." Every time you act rightly, even if someone does not like it, remember you are winning, because the less you seek approval, the more you are valued. As you value yourself, those who lose you feel regret, because you are no longer attached to their opinions, but to your own values. Epictetus would say again, No one can enter your mind without your permission. So before allowing anyone to validate you, tell yourself, I'm already valuable enough, I need no one's opinion. And remember, in life's quiet, deep moments, you realize it is not praise that makes you happy, but staying true to your values. Approval fades, but value is the lamp that protects you through every storm. Thus, respecting yourself in front of toxic people is not ego, it is peace. It is a form of high-level strength. You know who you are, what you believe in, and what you will no longer tolerate. Staying calm means showing your worth not through words, but through actions. Remember, stay calm when they provoke you. Stay silent when they talk about you. Smile when they try to control you. Always stay true to your values. A true Stoic does not earn respect by speaking. They simply remain steady, preserve their calm, and demonstrate inner strength. If you want to learn how to protect your inner peace and safeguard your life from toxic people, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Turn on notifications so you're the first to watch new videos. See you in the next one.